Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the new tutorial from the SketchUp Arc Studio. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can create some realistic render about Liberty statue in USA. So let's get to work. I'm going to click on the Start Enscape in here, and as you can see, it takes a little bit time to load the Enscape plugin for us. So I use Enscape 3.5.2 new update of the Enscape for my 3D renderings and 3D visualizings. So I have the official link about the Enscape website below this video. So if you like this video, please continue watching to this. So as you can see, we have this Liberty statue in here. We don't have any work with the material of it. So I'm gonna start my job with the save frame. And I want to change my camera shot, so I'm going to press F on my keyboard, click on the create view in here, and I'm going to adjust some type of, for example, angle like this. Alright, and my X is about 50, my Y is about 10, and my Z is about 58. So I want to unlink my visual preset and rename it to the Liberty statue, I think. So, or Liberty like that. So the pitch is about 24 and the Y is about 46 degree. So now time for the lighting with the sunlight. We have two ways for creating some type of industrial or catalog or cinematic renders. How we can do this? First one related to the sun position. You can create some type of wonderful lens flare with rotating your sun in the sky, something like this, and you can see this lens flare. But the problem is that your target will get much darker. Another way is that you can change the time of the day near to the 8 a.m. and hold Ctrl and press U or I on your keyboard for changing the time of the day, something like this. For now, I want to use azimuth about 180 degree and the altitude is about, for example, 16, and I'm going to press create. So my first camera shot created for me with all of the sunlight and sun details. So now I want to click on it and close it. So I want to use 2-point perspective for more depth of the our camera shot. So I open the visual setting in here and reduce the field of view. As you can see, we have the problem about our camera pitch. So I'm going to convert it to the 60 degree and click on the view management and another time edit my camera shot. So I want to increase the pitch some number about 34, alright, or maybe 46. Now it's much better, something like that. So I'm going to press save and click on the visual setting. I want to play with the sky options, so I need some super clear sky. For this reason, I'm going to turn off all of the environment settings like that, very simple. Or I can use a little bit cirrus amount for my job, something like this, to only cover my environment. But it's about 6 good, and density is about 19%. So when I play with the altitude, I can play with the clouds position and change them in some type of good place, something like that. For example, 6,500 meter, and the latitude is about the y coordinates. So I'm going to add 4,300 meter and press enter. Something like that is really good. I can reduce the density to the 14 or maybe 19 is good. And the cirrus amount, when I convert it to the 0, I only can see the clouds in my environment. So everything is good. I'm going to minimize the Enscape in here, open the SketchUp, click on the Enscape material editor and open the paint bucket. So I'm going to use the eyedropper and pick up the main material, something about the metal. So I want to remove this texture, and now we can see some type of generic material. So I'm going to fix the color of it. For example, I can do this job, come to the edit bar, and in the RGB codes I can memorize 39, 86 and 64. So some type of color like this, for example 40, 86, 64. So I'm gonna use the remove, click on the color, advance, so 40, advance, 40, 86, 61, something like that. So it's good for me right now. I can reduce the Metallica a little bit, something like this, and it's about 46 for example. And if I want to see more reflection about the environment, I can reduce the roughness, but it's a little bit too artificial. So I can increase it a little bit to create some type of matte color. For example, maybe 36 is good. The specular are related to the surface light reflection, so 59 is good, and I can play with the colors to reach to the realistic result. For example, maybe something like that is not bad. 104 for the blue channel, so it's good. And all the settings done for me right now. So I'm going to close it in here, click on the Enscape, and I want to add some type of outline for my job. So I'm going to click on the visual setting and use outline a little bit, something like that. Now I can see more details of my job, and the number is 9%. In the image bar, I want to use auto contrast, and about the saturation and color temperature. If I want some type of warm render, I can decrease the color temperature, and if I want some cold render, I can increase it. But the normal number in Enscape is about 6000 Kelvin for most of the renders. And about the skybox, I can turn off the cyrus amount or clouds, for example. All of them is completely depends on you and what you want from your renders. Something like that is not bad. So in the atmosphere, if I want some more blue sky, I can increase the saturation a little bit, 110 for example, or 108. Motion blur is 0. I don't need any type of bloom or lens flare. But if you want to add some effects on your surface, for example, we can see the sunshine in these surfaces, I can increase the bloom option a little bit, about 34, and I can increase the lens flare to the 88. Now we have some type of graphical effect on our job. So vignette is about 8% and chromatic abbreviation is 0. So in the atmosphere, I'm going to turn off the fog option, and I think I need some more sun brightness, or I can reduce it to see what happens. As you can see, the power of exposure about the screen and your render will be decreased, so I prefer to use default number near to the 80, maybe 96%. So night sky brightness is not useful, and shadow sharpness not really useful in here because we don't have any type of shadows. Our camera shot completely cover the sky and environment. So shadow is 0, and artificial is not important, intensity is not important, and in the skybox everything is done and check out for us. I can change it to the white cube for better HDRI and GI calculation. My output is the JPG and my quality is the Ultra HD. So in the main bar, I want to turn on the depth of field, turn off the autofocus, and now I can focus on my target where I want. For example, maybe someplace like that is good. So I'm going to type 40, and when I increase the depth of field, you can see some type of faintness in your environment, but I prefer to use some number about maybe 14%. So I can play with the focal point to reach to the sharpest result of this statue. So 29 can be good, and everything is done. I want to increase my rendering quality to the ultra, and now time for the rendering. So I'm going to click on the screenshot button here, save it on my desktop, and call it Liberty USA. So I'm going to press save, and rendering process started for us. As you can see, we create this type of something like the cinematic renders in Enscape only in a few minutes, and the result is something like that. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for your watching. If you are from the USA viewers, please comment your opinion about this video, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for your watching. Thanks from all of you, and goodbye.